Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is CJ. Bring you guys another quick update on the Reef tank. Just gonna share with you all some losses I've had in the tank and also my first corals. A few changes and, future plans as always. Hope you guys enjoyed them. Keep it short and sweet. Let's take a quick look behind the tank. I ended up mounting my power strip on the wall. I had to mount it above my RO storage container. I upgraded it to this 5-gallon jug, and I didn't want any chance of this jug bursting and getting any of my electronics wet. So this should prevent that from happening. Another thing I noticed after kind of playing around with calc and mixing different solutions with my auto top off, I noticed when it returned directly into my return section of my sump, into the display, it kind of irritated my corals. So I've rerouted it to the right side to force it to go through each chamber, get mixed in really well by the different motors and pumps with my reactor, my skimmer, and different things before it actually went through the return pumps and went to my main display. And it's made a huge difference. So anyone dealing with calc, you definitely want to have it dripping somewhere that is a high flow, high mixture area. So that way you don't, dump a strong solution on your corals and irritate them. I didn't get a chance to record dipping the corals for you guys this time. I will the next time. But I just want to show you the product I use. This is the Revive Coral Dip, or Coral Cleaner. Now, it costs for 4 capfuls for a gallon of tank water. But honestly, it's not really cost effective considering your corals, are never that big. So I've decided to cut it down. I've used a mixture of 2 capfuls for a half a gallon to make it a little more cost effective. And it did the job. I've seen all kind of bugs and critters falling off. So I'm hopeful that this will prevent any pests from getting in my tank and killing my corals like my last tank. And I'm going to take a quick second to show you guys the corals I've added. That's kind of my plan or idea of how I want the tank to look. First coral I'm going to show you is going to be these pom-pom zinnias. Cheap, easy to keep. They do carpet and kind of spread over the rock work. And that's the reason I put them here. I want them to kind of spread over this piece of rock in the front right. I'm going to do my best to kind of keep them here and not spreading all over my tank. Second coral is a Duncan. Now, my last tank I always wanted one of these, but I couldn't find one locally. So I was pretty happy to find one of this size at my local fish store. And it's already started to sprout 2 new heads since I put it in my system. Now, keep in mind, I've added these corals about a week and a half ago. I'm just now shooting an update vid for you guys. So this coral is definitely doing well, and I've been feeding it mice and shrimp, once every few days or so. Now, I was really at a loss of what coral to put on top of my scape since it was reaching up to the water line. So I decided to go with some green star polyps. I like the way they kind of cover and spread. Really want them to grow up towards the water line. I think that'll be a pretty cool effect. I'm going to keep them isolated to the large rock on top of my scape. And as far as on the side, got a Kenya tree. He's on a frag plug right now, so I'm not sure if this is going to be the permanent location. But right now I'm kind of digging the spot it's in. But once I add more corals, I may end up moving it. I always like the way these things look, and a lot safer than a leather coral. And as far as my euphyllias go, I love euphyllias, as you know from my last tank. So I'm trying to calm down and not get too many this time. So I decided to go with a green frog spawn to get me started. Couldn't find a gold torch. I'm still looking for one. But for now, this is definitely a nice piece, 4 large heads, and it'll definitely do the job for me. I definitely have a newfound respect for this MP10. I really couldn't tell how powerful it was until I put a frog spawn in my tank, and I noticed how much it was getting beat up. So I had to make a change, turned the flow way down less than halfway, and relocated the pump to the back wall, kind of forcing the primary flow to go down the back side of my tank, bounce off the glass, and whip around the front side. So really my frog spawn is only getting the secondary flow of it going around my tank, so it seems to be a lot better. But even with that said, I still can't turn this pump up. It really can do some damage. Now that's pretty much going to cover all the remaining livestock in the tank, and if you can't tell what's missing by now, unfortunately it's my flame angel. He became suicidal, took a dive from the tank. By the time I found him, he was dried up on the floor, nothing I can do to save him. Now to make matters worse, I went to the pet store out of my frustration, purchased another flame angel, Quick quarantine bath, acclimated him, did everything, added him to the tank. Came down the next day, he was pretty much on the bottom, dead, getting eaten by all of my cleanup crew. It was pretty ugly. So I'm 0 for 2 on Flame Angels. Definitely going to be adding a different one in the future, but not until I add a screen top. Pretty much not adding any more fish that cost more than $20 until I put a screen top on this tank. And other than that, I got a lot of more corals in mind that I'm going to be adding, a lot more fish. Definitely have big plans for this tank, so we'll keep you guys updated as I make additions. Other than that, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover this vid. Everything else is going well. So as always, you all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all do what y'all do. I definitely appreciate you all watching. Y'all be easy.